Cape. He came to Joburg with his whole equipment and we turned my room into a studio.
Yo.
Yeah.
We
That's
took
the
everything
hustle, bro.
out,
Yeah.
And we just did that song.
That's
Like,
the
I
only-
just went with that flow
Yeah.
and I just jumped into it and we recorded it.
How's the talent that side in Eastern Cape?
Yo, there's a lot of talent.
Yeah.
That's why I'm actually doing that 3-day show because we're also having people from the side that's underlining.
So we'll follow you. We're supposed to follow you on Instagram for now, ne?
Yeah.
Yoli B, man. Shout out to her. Shout out to that track. What you like, man. SoundCloud or Audio
Not
Mac.
yet.
It's
Not
not out
yet.
yet. Hey, get it showing shortly. Okay. After it, we need to talk to our second guest, Mr. Ronny LSJ.
Yeah.
Lisa,
I'm good, man.
how does the LSJ? Where does it come in?
Oh, LSJ, it's Lawrence Jr. Actually, it's, this name came from my dad. My dad is Lawrence.
Oh, okay.
So I named my brand after my dad.
Yeah.
So it's Lauren, and then the son, it's me, and then the junior, I'm the last born from
Yeah.
the family. That's why it's Lawrence Jr.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you know this thing I like about both of you guys. Like it seems like you have a good background in terms of like your family supporting
Support,
you
yeah.
Yeah.
with what you've been doing and like.
Mm.
So has it been like that, or like were you supposed to be a lawyer once upon a time?
I wanted to be a lawyer. Wanted to be a
Hashtag premonitions.
and then
Premonitions.
I happened to end up at IT.
Uh-huh.
I did IT at Rosebank College.
Mhm.
Because when you don't have much information on what you wanted to do,
Yeah.
because I grew up thinking being a fashion designer, it's something that you can do as a hobby,
Yeah.
not like a career where you could wake up every day and then start working on it. But I went to Rosebank, and then when I was in Rosebank and I felt that I wasn't happy, I did IT, but even today I can't actually tell people on how to configure a computer. That's how bad it was. But fashion was always something in me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like the thing I'm intrigued of is how did it begin, like the love for it? Because sometimes I talk to fashionistas and then I get on cover and I went to for Karl Lagerfeld and then I ask them these questions and they're like, and then but bewildered, like, but you're in fashion and so
Yeah.
I'm not sure, like, who was your inspiration? Is it somebody from this side, or like is it the influence from where you come from?
I'm from a very small town,
Yeah.
but people
Okay.
there have a very good sense of fashion.
Yeah.
But I think I started growing the love of fashion when I came to Gauteng. Yeah, and I remember when I was still in grade 8, I used to do bow ties, and I had to like do this very big bow ties, and then people started laughing when I started
I
wearing
could
them.
imagine.
Yes, but I never gave up on that. But Gert has been the only guy who actually been looking up to. There was David Clady, there was that and that,
Yeah.
but I used to look up to Gert so much,
Yeah.
in such a way that I just wanted to work with him from the word go when I wanted to be a fashion designer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, like, how did you come? How did you guys cross paths?
with Gert,
Yeah.
my investor. My investor went to Gert to collect her dress for during July, and then I went with her. We didn't even do an interview. Literally, I could say I was the one interviewing Gert. And then when we went out about to leave, was like, you can start your internship next week. And then that's how I got to work with Gert.
Serious?
Yes.
Shout out. Shout out. Because all these young kids, they're gonna be like, man, how did you get there and all these things, man.
Yeah.
But firstly, you put your mind to it. Secondly,
Yeah,
you worked
yeah.
hard towards to get it.
Mm,
And then when you get the opportunity, you are not hesitating. You still did something about it.
Yeah, yeah.
So like when you were when you were the intern, were you like alone, or was there other people?
There were 2 interns.
Yeah.
We were 2 interns, but I happened to be the one. Actually, I could say I was the first intern at Gert who happened to be in the consultation room with him, and also who was the longest from the rest of the interns that he had. And I think I'm also the first one who was a studio, a fashion house, not a studio, have a fashion house under the age of 30. Yes.
Is that a big thing?
It is the fashion house, because even so many designers, they still have a dream of owning their own fashion house or a studio. They don't have that, but I do have a fashion house, but a
What's it called?
studio. It's LSJ.
LSJ guy,
Yes.
why?
Yeah.
So and then how's the journey been since then? Like you became the fashion.
After working with her, actually things just started unfolding. Everything started to to be on the clear road where people started actually understand that I am a fashion designer. From there, things have been very good from my side, even the business side too. You know, because I think that's the most important part. As much as you want to be a fashion designer, as much as you want to be an artist, I mean, musician, whatever you want to be, it doesn't matter if you are famous, but if the business isn't going, it's nothing to me. I feel like the business account, the business or the account should speak for you before you can actually go out there. And from my side, it's been great all the way.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So you've done. Have you displayed like internationally?
Not yet, but I got an opportunity when I was ahead to dress Kayla Moss from The Bold and the Beautiful last year at SA Fashion. Yes, at SA Fashion Week.
Hashtag. Oh, she wasn't.
Yeah, she did the
GHB.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Speaking of Fashion Week,
yeah,
I hear this week is Fashion Week. So how excited are you for this?
Oh my goodness! You know, fashion to me, it's another way of being able to explain how you feel, to explain to people on how it actually feels. So going to a fashion week, to me, I get new ideas, you meet new people, because in fashion we have lots of people. We have fashion analysts, we have fashion editors, we have fashion photographers, we have all those. So it's that time of the year where you get the opportunity to celebrate who you are and what you wear. Yeah.
It's like the World Cup.
Yeah, it's like a World Cup, but then the fashion side.
Sure.
Where the entire South Africa gathered in Sandton City.
Sure.
Then we start celebrating, playing the soccer on the runway.
And even hashtag.
Even hashtag.
You know, and it was, I remember I went to a fashion show not too long from now, ne? And then I was so intrigued because I started watching Spice TV, ne? Because I used to think, the fashion and the modeling and all that. I used to, as normal people, we were like, but I saw like there is so much aesthetic to these everything. Be it like the way you pose, to like the way you wanna, like if it's like this, ne? Just to do this, it's a big thing.
Detail, my guy.
Yeah.
Detail in fashion.
Sure.
They can differentiate you from other people by detailing. It's very important. Detailing.
And so when I become big, so you'll be styling me.
Yeah, it depends if you can afford me.
Yo!
Are you that expensive?
Dragon!
I'm not expensive. I just think you see your worth and your potential, and from there, the time that you invest in something that you do, I think you cannot even price that. So I wouldn't say I'm expensive, but I would say it's worth it.
Sure.
Definitely.
So any